Hey guys, welcome back to our continuing coverage of the i52 show matches. We had some great show matches today, and I just wanted to, talk to you guys a little bit more about why we're doing this and why we think this is so important to us. And Lang and I have been playing, and Kurt, we've been playing TF2 for years, and every single one of these players that you're seeing who play today on Street Hoops and like BFF and Exertus and Epsilon, all these guys have been playing this game for years. They love the crap out of this game. And what we want to see are players from around the world coming to one place and really putting on a good show. We're going to be seeing the top teams, two of the top teams from North America, all of the top teams from Europe, and Australia will be sending their top team, Team Immunity. And we really think that, by contributing to this effort, we'll be able to put on a great show for you guys come August. For those of you guys who don't know, Team Immunity, the #1 Australian team for about 2 years straight, they recently announced after winning grand finals for Owl 11 that this might be their last season. So this will be one of the last great chances that we'll see to see North America versus Europe versus Australia. And I don't know. I think I want to see that happen. What do you think, Lane?
I definitely want to see that happen. I'm super excited about it. I had the great privilege of being able to go to I49 and seeing all these teams compete in person while I was doing a lot of the production there, and it was fantastic. It was one of my fondest memories in my long and illustrious esports career, Mr. Slim.
Yeah, and I mean, I haven't personally been to the I Series myself, but just being at home and getting a chance to watch I46 and I49, and it's been a great rivalry, especially in these show matches we have NA versus EU. North Americans took it the first time at I46, the Europeans took it the second time at I49, and this is sort of the tiebreaker, right? So we've been doing best of threes all day. This is the tiebreaker of all tiebreakers at I52 to see who is going to be the best in the world, and maybe Australia will take it too, but we just want to see our teams from North America show up there and put on a good show, and any support that we can get from around the world would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So head on over to i52.tf. That is the address of our fundraiser hub, our Indiegogo page. We have all kinds of perks for you if you want to donate. You can get custom trading cards with our team's players on them. You can get t-shirts with our team's logos. If you donate $225, you can even get your set of trading cards and your shirt signed by the teams that we'll be sending over there. So this is really one of the only times you're ever going to have a chance to get stuff like this. So definitely get on that and help us send our teams over to I52 and have our own international. We don't have sponsors. We don't have big corporations or even Valve helping us make these tournaments. A lot of this is really grassroots, and we do it with donations and volunteers. So every donation counts, and we really thank you guys for it. In any case, we're going live with this third match now. The final map of the day, CP Granary, BFF versus Exertus. Slen, walk us through this mid.
Yeah, we're playing on the North American serve once again, but Donsky takes the low ground, Kadis on the high ground. And Donsky's trying to best to not take damage and throw some back at Kadis. Kadis down so low, down to 30 health. Meanwhile, Decimate trying to intercept these bombers coming in, but they're just so crafty. BFF, their soldiers are hiding in the garage. 5-on-5 now. Kadis trying to fight off Rando in the garage. He's getting surrounded by the scout here as well, and XTS are just swarming them. 5 down now for BFF. Merlin trying to back out through the choke by himself, and I don't know if he's going to make it out here. Donsky pulls out the pain trade, slaps him around a little bit. No, he's so sneaky.
I can't believe Marlon's still alive. There's no reason he's gonna get out of here, right? Like, surely. At this point, it's in his best interest to just kill in console, so he doesn't. Oh my God! He got out! What? Are you kidding me? He actually got out. That is insane. He's gonna have his Uber to defend this last Slin.
I can't even believe that he got out alive. I mean, what? Yeah. Anyways, they pop Uber at last. They have number advantage. They're turning frags. That was a huge clutch play there from Merlin and the save from Zebasai and upper.
The Fragile getting out the Uber saws, trying to defend this second point here. He does get taken down. Really quickly, as an aside about Marlon, I just want to say he is one of the most entertaining players in this game. If that hasn't been made self-evident already, when I was at I49, I was sitting in the front row with the rest of the Vanilla TV staff. Marlon, his team, they were sponsored by TCM for the I49 tournament. They were up on the stage playing. At one point, Marlon bunny hops at an enemy, I think it was a scout, two-shots him with his Uber saw, and while he's doing it, he has this huge grin on his face, and he's just bouncing up and down in his seat, and then he makes direct eye contact with me, and I just burst into applause, as does the rest of the audience. Marlon is one of the greatest showmen and craziest players our game has, and I love watching him play.
Oh, speaking of showman, Alpha on the upper battlements drops down and knifes Cadus. That was pretty funny there as a 4-on-4. It looks like the Fragile has, staying alive, and it looks like Mela from behind takes down Flip, so they're doing pretty well here on second point. Nutson goes down from behind, Zebusai stuck there as well, and looks like XTS were able to maybe begin to start the push in the lap.
Yeah, this is looking like a strong push for Exertus. The Fragile has Uber, all members of XTS are up, only 2 members of BFF are up. Cadus doing a big bomb, forcing that Uber, and forcing a lot of splits from the Fragile, but unfortunately, it's not enough, as Cadus says Uber forced in chat. Hashtag Uber forced.
Nicely done there. And, gosh, what a funny, crazy round. I still am in shock. I can't believe that Maryland got out of that alive, and he was dead meat. And then we're just, we're saying to ourselves, like, hit the kill button, like, you're done, you're not gonna get out. And boom, he makes it out. Well, here we are now on the second mid. Cadus drops Badonsky with the sticky early on. Unbelievable there. That's gonna give his team a huge advantage. He's just shooting people off the high ground, off of the crates. Mela goes for a bomb, but double air shot from Zebusai. Nicely done. Nutson onto Decimate finishes him off, and XTS have no way of getting back into this mid. Rando did bomb in behind and take down Maryland, but that mid is still BFFs.
What the hell just happened with that pick on Maryland? That made absolutely no sense, Slyn. I don't know if I can parse it or explain it. I hope that Kurt caught it on camera.
Oh no, I guess they didn't, but I didn't get to see it either, actually. I just saw that Rando got in behind and got that force. Meanwhile, Zebusai jumps in from behind and forces the Fragile here on second point.
Yeah, XTS trying to make the best out of their Uber here. We have BFF now taking up their position at mid, holding up on this garage door. They still have 2 players down, though. And XTS, as of right now, has all their players up. We do see Alpha actually trying to open this up for his team. He's behind enemy lines. He's going to meet Starkey and probably get taken out. Badonsky does get taken out as well. This is not a great position for Exertus. They are split up and a player down, so they're going to back up here. But the Ubers are dead even for both teams, as Zebusai initiates.
Now, when you get behind, you get even deeper. Alpha is just way back on the enemy's second point as BFF are beginning to push yard. They take down Mela, and Cadus is beginning to poke his way into second point. Meanwhile, Alpha starting that back half. Flip and Stark go back for it. That's going to delay this push a little bit longer in the front. And now Nutson on the flank goes down at Lunchbox. Zebusai came back and helps take down Alpha. So trading players there, but that does stall long enough for the Fragile to get Uber and Maryland to get Uber as well. Uber on Uber fight is going to ensue here as Cadus is the first one to be popped. The second pop comes in from the Fragile. Nice flashing there to deny damage. And Badonsky turns the frag onto Flip. Cadus going in further in behind and Decimate. And Badonsky turned that frag. And Starkey there in the drop down, you can see him hiding. He's gonna go back to second point. There's so much random wrapping around this. I don't even know what to say, like.
Yeah, Starkey doing a really good job of delaying and distracting. He has 3 people tied up trying to search for him, so he bought some good time for his team to get those respawns, but unfortunately those respawns seem to have just died in mid, as Exertus pushed in pretty early, caught them off guard, got those frags. Zebusai, he's not going to get out of here alive, as Decimate and Mela team up to take him down. And yeah, 2 players up, both of them in the red health for BFF. Although the Fragile did go down as well, both medics spawning at pretty much the same time. The Fragile opting to come up on Kritzkrieg. Still not building just yet though, so Marlin is getting a little bit of an Uber advantage, but this Kritz is still going to be ready a few moments before Marlin's Uber, so they can still use it here. They have a small window.
Sure, and they're beginning to peek out a little door to see if the enemy team's holding yard, which they are, so it's going to make things difficult for this push. Badonsky padding his stats as Zebusai bombs into little door to try to play. No, Rando takes him down easily. Not quite sure what that was. That was looking like a suicide to me. But now with this man advantage, maybe XTS can begin working their way into yard. They're about to get Kritzkrieg here, and the Fragile and Badonsky are working their way into right yard.
Rando initiating there, sort of scaring BFF, forcing them to back up. This Kritz is now ready, but Marlin has a Zuber. They need to make something happen immediately with this Kritz, and yes they do. Rando immediately dropping Marlin. They were not aware of the Kritz. Following up with the kill on to Nutson. Cadus going to get caught off here as well, and this is just a terrible position. Starkey actually coming in from the flank. Can he stop this capture? Going, wow, Starkey picks up 2 and Flip picks up 1. But the cap still unfortunately went Mela on this last point. Takes down Flip and does cap that. And wow. Nice try to defend that. from BFF. They almost had it, but unfortunately the cap did go before Starkey could make his play. And yeah, it's gonna be
but really,
2-0
that was all
in
kicked
favor of
off
Xerxes.
from. That was really all kicked off from XTS. You know, that nice crits Krieg surprised Maryland on second point and turned that round for them. They were able to just shove that right into last. XTS up 2-0 on Granary. This is the best of three. The score is 1-1 overall. And Badonsky doing a great job of staying alive this time. He got taken out early, and Mela goes for the bomb, maybe? I'm not quite sure. He's just flying around the screen. Zebasai and Knutson go for something here onto the Fragile. Fragile's so hurt, but no, he doesn't go down. Meanwhile, on the other end, Maryland's in a lot of trouble as well. He's trying to back out Choke. Stark pressures the Fragile on his own health pack. The Fragile, can he make something happen? No, Stark easily takes him down. Maryland staying alive. Decimate from behind, can he kill him? Yes, he does take down Maryland. And now the 1-on-2, Flip and Stark versus Decimate, and Decimate with the pistol takes down Flip. Can he finish off Stark? This is just a crazy little 1v1 here with the pistol fight. And Decimate! Oh my goodness, he turns 3 frags right there, taking down Maryland, Stark, and Flip. Nicely done there by Decimate.
Got that robot arm, well-known fact. Had that shit installed in Season 11, Mighty Ducks. Anyway, Decimate now trying to cap up this midpoint. He does jump off, though, forced to get that health kit by the spam of Zebasai. But it looks like they are going to finish up this cap now. The Fragile at a healthy Uber advantage, about 30, actually almost 40%. So yeah, they're showing up to mid now, and they're going to set up at the chokes here.
Yeah, and looks like the Fragile does have a slight Uber advantage here, so 40% is more than slight, so they should be able to do something with this, but the trap from Cadis on Garage Door takes down Rando, so that's going to delay that down a little bit, and actually BFF are doing a great job of getting aggressive on this Garage, wow.
The Fragile has his Uber now. Aggression from Zebasai coming in, and he does force the Uber and also kind of gets out, continuing to distract Decimate. Finally does get taken down. The Fragile's
speaking
Uber...
of distractions, though, Alpha runs in behind and pulls 4 players back with him to try and pull them back to second point. So Alpha pulled back that team and does actually manage a trade with Knutson there. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 situation, but Maryland has Zuber. They got to be careful. They're kiting it away. They're making sure not to get too close. But Donsky is a casualty there as Decimate tries to come in and does get that 4. And now it looks like they're going to kite it away to mid.
Yeah, Maryland has Uber and 2 scouts, which is something we've seen him be quite effective with before. But the spam, wow, XTS actually backed off from that choke. I feel like they could have held BFF back, but I guess they got scared or took some spam I didn't see and were forced to back out. Kada's picking up Rando and Starkey picking up Alpha. So the combo and flank of XTS are both going to be made weaker by those frags, and XTS only has 2 players allowed to make that 3 now as Decimate does respawn. Kada's bounding in really quickly, trying to catch these forward spawners off guard, but he maybe has committed a little bit too deep with not enough support from his team, so he does get taken down. Fragile now has his Zuber, and XTS are going to be pushing back into mid.
Wow, both teams overextending a little bit too much on these chase plays, and they're allowing the other team to get back into the game. With Cadis down, XTS are able to just walk in. They know there's no trap. Badonsky bombs in and tries to make space. Decimate goes down, but no, Badonsky a little bit overextended. Stark takes him down there, and the Uber is popped from the Fragile. That was a complete mistake there. Now it's just Mela trying to fish around. Flip is just behind him. He's going to keep them in play. And now here comes the better Uber in from Maryland. They take down Mela easily, and they begin chasing the enemy team out.
Yeah, good job there from BFF. Nice sort of chaotic play just all over the place, putting XTS on the back foot. Now Marlon's Uber has worn off, but they still have a 1-player advantage as Mela is down for another 8 seconds. Marlon and the rest of BFF opting pushing through the far left side here, looking for the point of view of the aggressor. Alpha coming in though, taking down Marlon. So now, no heals for BFF. And now Zebasai coming in, taking down the Fragile as well, doing a ton of damage also against Badonsky. He's still alive, and then him and Flip team up to take down Rando. Wow, really, really aggressive play here coming from BFF. I love it.
Yeah, nice job there. They finish off Mela. I can't believe Knutson survives with 12 health. He's running to last point with the escape plan, putting cap time there. Alpha chips him down, but that cap is there for BFF to score. Now 2-1, XTS in the lead.
Going into our 4th mid-fight here on CP Granary. Tell you what, I'm looking at my scoreboard, and Starkey has more points than Marlon. Like, Starkey's playing a hell of a game right now, Slim.
Yeah, 2 dominations. He's been on fire. A lot of cleanup, a lot of damage, and yeah, it's been a good game for him. I think he's been playing a solid series, just getting behind the enemy team and causing trouble, and now we're here at the next mid lane. You take it away.
Badonsky up top, taking a fair bit of spam, and now Bull Soldiers bombing at him. He drops down his force to get that health kit. He's still managing to stay alive, though. He has pretty decent health. Does pick up Cadis now, moving aggressively, taking on Slin and these 2... Or, not Slin, you're Slin. Myron!
Oh, wow.
Rhymes with Slin.
Oh.
taking on the 2 scouts.
It's been a long
happen.
day, Lang. You've been casting a lot of matches today.
This is, I think, the 6th game I've casted today in a row. Myrlin, Slyn.
Still a good mid. Yeah, still a good mid there from BFF. Rando just dancing around mid by himself, and Stark not letting him out. Whoa, Cadis with the stickies there, taking down Rando. That's going to be the 6-on-5. And maybe BFF, they get their stuff together, they can begin pushing quickly. You do see Nutson already on the second point. He's ready to go. He's been there. He's been waiting. He's like, are you going to come to second point already? I'm ready to go. I'm hiding in their stairs. Starkey turns the frag onto Badonsky, and here comes the rest of the team through Lunchbox to try and push them out.
Myrlin with his team pushing into that lunchbox area, as you said, Mr. Slyn. Zebasai picking up a frag on a Decimate, fighting this other scout here, trying to defend his medic. Nice little shot onto that pillar there, actually stalled Mela in midair. Or not Mela, Alpha. I'm losing it, Slyn, with that splash.
Man.
As BFF are now pushing into last.
I mean, BFF crushed them on that second point. That lunchbox play, nicely done there. They took down everybody from XTS very cleanly. And Myrlin didn't even need to use Uber, and they've evened out the score here to 2-2. 2-2. The score is 2-2. 2-2. And it's been quite a series here on Granary. You know, the Granary is one of those maps where you can win mid and just roll it straight on to last. We were seeing that on Gully Wash, and we're seeing it here again on Granary. And yeah, let's see what happens. Badonsky's going to go upper. Cadis on the point, lands an early sticky, and kind of hits Alpha a little bit. Badonsky is pretty low. The entire XTS team is going to go catwalk, playing away from the enemy scouts. Zebasai bombs in, super effective, takes down Badonsky, but Cadis go down on the other end to Alpha as well. Alpha trying to finish off Nutson. Decimate here from the side, shooting Stark in the back. Can they turn these frags? Mela takes down Myrlin. Nutson goes down as well, and XTS look to be in control. They finish off Stark. Flip on the point by himself, and that is going to be a wipe from BFF. XTS take this mid back, and the Fragile stays alive, which is crucial here if they're going to roll this into left.
That was a really slow mid from Exertus. I did not think it was going to work out. BFF had players all over mid by the time Exertus were even up on that catwalk. And then they immediately were pushed back out of catwalk in the garage. But I guess the fact that they kept their buffs up for so long meant they could come back in and clean house on that mid.
Sure, and we saw that on Badlands as well. They just played like super passive, and what happens to BFF is that they get a little bit disjointed. Half their team goes in aggressive, half their team plays it slow, and then they just get to turn those picks and turn that into number advantage, and it's really nicely done by XTS. Now with 70% advantage, they begin climbing their way through stairs and getting ready for this pipe Uber, and the pipe Uber is so good because they can just jump right on this heavy. You see Flip playing heavy, 450 health, getting ready for this push to come in, but here comes Rando leading it out upper. Badonsky's going to come in and join as well. They're going to focus fire this heavy down right away. Alpha craters in the back end, but they do take down the heavy. There's a little bit of a scrappy fight. There's so many hurt players from BFF, but can they finish them off 3-on-3? And yes, it does look like XTS will use these heals to finish out this round. Cadis comes out the door by himself, takes down the Fragile. It's not going to be enough here. XTS take the lead again, 3-2.
Yeah, that was a pretty decisive, aggressive push in there from Exertus, doing a good job of capping that up. Moving into our next mid here, I want to compare the rollouts. I want to see how Cadis' high ping Granary rollouts compare to Badonsky's lower ping rollouts. I mean, Granary is not necessarily the most complicated map to roll out on as a demo, but you know, there's still some finesse to it, as there is with any demo man rollout. Cadis actually being, you know what? These demo men are damn near identical. Cadis may be a tenth of a second faster. He does get the better early spam though onto Badonsky. But as I said, he does eat a sticky himself. Watching now just the main flow of this mid fight. The soldiers bombing way up into the air. That's Zebasai getting up into the skybox there as Nutson bombs across him onto that catwalk. XTS again kind of really just being held out by the Whoa! Merely getting bounced up by the Goomba. That was kind of crazy. He does get taken down though. And now it's just Rando and the Fragile with Ubers roughly even to Myrlin backing out now. Starkey's actually going to meet them here though. Oh, can he force this Uber?
Oh, he's trying. Fragile's trying to get out. He might make it out that door. Rando's gonna. Ooh, nice job there taking down Starkey. And he did force that Uber though. So Starkey forced the Fragile on that back left door. And Merlin's just gonna run out here and try to defuse. Oh no, he took too much damage. Nice bomb there from Rando. He goes down, but he does force the Uber in the process. And more frags going the way of BFF, so they're gonna begin pushing the lunchbox Nutson on the right side, forcing them out. Badonsky with the trap on the tire takes down Merlin. And I'm not quite sure this is going to end out. BFF want to take the team fight, but it might not be the best decision for them. They're playing right into XTS's heels. And now it's Flip, the only one alive in stairs. from the back end, goes for this flank and gets taken out. So that's going to be a complete wipe from BFF, and XTS, despite getting forced on their back left door, end up forcing that Uber from Maryland and winning the team.
Yeah, so I don't think, no, XTS are not going to be able to block these forward spawns from BFF, so all members of BFF are going to be up in this yard area, but the Fragile still has his Uber, so the best BFF can hope to do right now is, force or maybe drop that Uber as they come through the choke. All of XTS coming through that left choke from the perspective of the defenders. Rando bombing in early, getting that opening aggression as Zebasai comes in, picks off Alpha, and does get that force. Marlon safely back in through his shutter doors with Knutson currently playing as pocket while Zebasai is dead. Now, they just need to build, play a little bit safe here, as XTS does come in, and they are able to push them. They are able to push BFF out with that spam from Badonsky.
I think that's just poor positioning from Cadis. He was just separated from his team and gets picked off by Decimate. And now that XTS is going to come in without the power of the dumb man to hold this off, it's going to be looking good for XTS. They definitely turn the frag on Maryland. Starkey goes down as well. It's going to be 4-on-3. Soldiers are both hurt for BFF, and it's going to be an easy finisher for Decimate and Mail to clean that up. Alpha from behind puts Capcom on the point, and XTS looking strong here, going up 4-2. And I really like what they're doing here. They're just, working the numbers, work that corner cap, and forcing BFF into a bad fight.
Yeah, it seems like their play around the second point is really what's winning them a lot of these, both on the defense and on the offense. They're just making the best out of those point 2 and point 4 engagements, especially with the Ubers.
Sure. And now it looks like BFF are going to go for their garage rollout against the choke rollout from XTS. Milo taking the high ground early on. Zebasai for that bomb gets Badonsky early on. The soldier follow-up from Knutson puts so much damage into the Fragile as well. They take him down. And BFF in control of the high ground and the heals. They just need to play back. Watch out here from Decimate. Here he comes from behind. Can he get the frag? Decimate turns the frag there onto Maryland and saves that round for his team. Rando bombs up. Tries to take down Knutson. Knutson's so low. Meanwhile, Alpha goes down in the back, and wow, the entire XTS team go down. BFF get that mid cap, but good plays there from both teams taking down the mid.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Slynn, I have an update on my room. The temperature in my room has reached 93 degrees. I hope I do not pass out before this cast concludes, because I tell you, Mr. Slynn, I'm not feeling great.
Yeah, Lang has been such a trooper. He's in casting matches all day long here. He cast the first set, cast the second set, and I know his room's been sweltering hot here in the summer, so big props to Lang here. I'll just keep going on without you, I guess, until you're ready to go. Looks like Alpha poking around the garage. They know they have a slight advantage, but the Fragile hasn't been building that well, so Maryland's been doing a good job of building. They're going to even out these Ubers. Starkey, meanwhile, plays behind in the stairs, and he's looking to draw the enemy team back with a little back cap action. So when XTS push, Starkey might push some time on the second point. Look how far back he is. He's just running the enemy last point. He's on the enemy pipe. He does not want to get found at all. And Mela, I think Mela sniffs that something's up. He's going back. He's clearing the stairs, and I guess they realize that something's back behind them. No, they don't even know that Starkey's there. So they're playing yard as if it was just normal, and Starkey has just hidden himself. He's buried deep in Lunchbox. He's going in behind the yard. He's going to try for this force. He's onto the Fragile and gets that force. Nice job by Starkey. He's running to last point too, pulling that Uber back away from the yard, away from middle point. Really nicely done there by Starkey. He's going to try and pull this into a 1v1, maybe a 1v2. Look at him running away. He is so sneaky. He's rejoined his team in the left yard. Incredible play there by Starkey, forcing the Uber and kiting that away. Now Maryland hasn't even had to use Uber yet. They turn the frag onto Alpha in the Lunchbox. They're walking down the deep left side, and Starkey is just this crazy little gopher, I feel like, just completely evading the enemy team.
Gopher is the most accurate animal to describe his playstyle, I feel like. yeah, Gopher. Let's do that. He is Starkey the Gopher, putting the back on his team. Slid. I think I have heat stroke. In any case, we have BFF not pushing in here. Myerland still has not popped his Uber, finally popping it now. Two members of XTS are down. The Fragile down for a very, very long time. That really long respawn time. A Melo way up in the sky, trying to make things happen as he's bombing down, getting really good spam onto Myerland and Cadis. The Heavy, that's Alpha, taking down, actually trading Zebasai with that SMG suspend. But, yeah.
That was really messy. I mean, Starkey set that up so great for them. They had full advantage, pushing the fourth point, and they botched this push into last, and now they let XTS back into the game. So, you see Maryland, he does have a 30% advantage still. This might happen for them, but Mela, look at him in the stairs. He's going to get caught out. No! He turns the frag onto Knutson instead and stays alive. Flip turns the frag there and evens that out. But XTS, they're considering pushing with this number advantage and maybe doing a little forward hold against Maryland's Uber advantage.
Yeah, XTS certainly are aware of these advantages, and they really try to not let BFF use them for free, but unfortunately this spam from Cadis and their fear that Sticky Trap is going to prevent them from pushing in. Actually, now the pop from BFF coming in the moment they have that Uber. They're rushing in here to try to pick off XTS, because now the Fragile is so close to having his Uber. He's at 90%, and they do pick up 2 frags, but now the Fragile wants to maybe move forward. I mean, BFF doesn't even have this capped yet. Rando wants to try to stop this. He delayed just long enough for the pop to come out, sacrificed himself so that Decimate could take this Uber. Decimate needs to take down Marlon. That Decimate pistol. Marlon picks up the health kit. It's still alive. What? Get that! I can't believe it. Oh my god. Marlon survives. He meets back up with Cadis. Oh my god, Slyn. Did I imagine that? Is this a heat stroke mirage, or did he actually do that?
He is incredible. I mean, talk about the creativity from BFF. They're just dodging around, and they're so hard. XTS is having a really difficult time killing them.
That was just insane from Marlon. No fear. He just stares him straight in the eyes. And Decimate felt it. That chilled him to his core, and he just couldn't do it. Couldn't finish off the legendary Marlon. Oh gosh, as I say that though, we have 2 members of Exertus over here in the flank area. It looks like Amela wants to try to make something happen in this drop down. These plays from BFF are giving me a second wind, Slyn. I can feel it. I'm coming back to life. BFF now pushing in. Marlon, the Uber's popped. Cadis jumping in deep, getting flashed in midair by by who? By Marlon, of course, saving him. The Fragile trying to get on this cap. Nayla bombing in from behind. Not able to do it. 3-4 now. BFF bringing it that much closer. Going into our 8th mid-fight here, Mr. Slyn.
And Heatstroke Lang, I mean, that is an incredible round there. Maryland staying alive and keeping that up for his team. 6 minutes left in this match. BFF is only down by 1 round. They can get back into this and win this. If you guys are just joining us right now, the score is 1-1. This is the best of 3. This is it here, folks. 6 minutes left to try and get ahead. And we do see XTS taking a very aggressive stance on this mid, taking control of that left side. Great Zebasai for that bomb onto Fragile, but they're expecting it. No, Badonsky goes down. The follow-up bomb from Zebasai is just enormous, taking down Badonsky and the Fragile. And it looks like XTS have more fragging classes alive, and I guess they're gonna edge out this mid.
Yeah, XTS being really aggressive, even though they don't have that health, they know that they have the greater damage output right now. Marlon, he is going to get his Uber though. Mela being really aggressive. He's peeking in through this clot through Z here. I'm not sure I agree with this. And yeah, he's going to see that BFF are too far back for him to do anything. Starkey actually hiding in the drop down right now. I am not sure I understand this play, but Starkey's really good, so I'm not going to question it.
No kidding. I guess his idea there was maybe if XTS were to come in, he could make a play there. But now that BFF have taken control of Garage, they're just going to be able to walk right in here. They have advantage. They're going to try and bully the enemy team out, but XTS are playing very close. They take down Devasai, and the Uber is popped onto Nutson. Nutson all by himself with his Uber, trying to take down Rando, but there's just too much health for him to eat through. Meanwhile, on the other end of the map, Starkey and Cadis are making big plays, turning frags over there. So, not looking too shabby for them. BFF have numbers, and this is actually turning to be a pretty good Uber for them. Cadis bombs in, and whoa, no, doesn't finish off Rando. He goes down, but still, BFF take control of middle. They have the Uber advantage. They're looking pretty good here. Mela hiding in the yard behind the propane tank. He's going in on Maryland. Mela with the air shot, takes down Flip as well. Can he get Starkey? Oh my goodness. Starkey's so low, he misses the rocket. No, almost got that 3K. Nice job there by Mela, though, turning the frag onto Maryland. Zebasai, though, he wants a piece of the action. He jumps in and takes down the Fragile. Nice trade.
Young Mela with these propane plays, and then Zebasai coming in, responding, taking down the Fragile. Really great play from these soldiers here. Just a pleasure to see. But we have XTS still taking advantage of those frags, trying to cap up this midpoint. They know they're going to have to give it up, but they want to at least cap it so that BFF has to waste time recapping before they can push in. This will hopefully give XTS enough time to build up their Uber and have an Uber versus Uber fight here at the chokes at Yard.
I was just thinking, after that play there from Mela, I think Mela's gonna have some propane nightmares, if you know what I'm talking about. But it looks like Maryland does have Uber advantage. They have control of middle. They turn the frag on Alpha, and they're getting ready to push into the garage. And XTS are a little bit scared. They're playing back in yard. They know that this push is coming in soon. And look at the way they use Cadus to make that space in the yard for them. They're trying to get out of that little door. It's not happening for them, though. XTS are so far back.
Wait, what is happening? Oh, that was Cadus sticky jumping. I saw the outline of Cadus flying across mid. I got really confused. He actually eats a... Oh! Podolsky with the spam pills over the top of the propane tank. Takes down Zebasai with the spam air shot. The Uber's not popped for both teams. The Uber pops are almost identical in terms of timing. XTS really fighting here. They want to try to juggle Myerlin. They don't want to let him out. This fight is really going in favor of XTS. Only 3 players left alive. Why is Myerlin behind? Slyn, can you explain this?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening there. I mean, he's fearless, but this is a little bit foolish. Here he is with the Uber saw. No. Myerlin, what are you doing, buddy? XTS have control of middle now, and he's just throwing. It's a show match. I don't know.
Myerlin might have thought, like, hey, maybe I can needle this guy in back cap. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I can understand the inner machinations of the mind of Myerlin. But we do have Exertus now pushing in. The Fragile still up. Myerlin just now respawning. So health and buffs are in flavor of Exertus. 80% Uber advantage for them. Make that 70%. My bad. As they are now getting ready to push into last.
Yeah, and looks like Fragile has Uber. Here comes the pop. Melee takes down Starkey. Nutson goes down as well. And looking pretty good for XTS to finish out this round. Zebasai's pretty hurt. And he's gonna get finished off as well. Yeah, that's gonna be XTS's round. 5-3 is the score with 1 minute and a half left lane. And it looks like XTS are gonna come out on top here in this best of 3.
Yeah, we are nearing the end, going into what is mid-fight number something. I've lost the ability to count. 9, sure, let's go with 9. Cadus doing the up top rollout. Badonsky opting to go garage this time. Cadus there much more quickly, but Badonsky has some pretty good health here, trying to give some room for his scouts to do all sorts of stuff. Badonsky taking a ton of damage, so he now has to take heals away from his team to get healed by the Fragile. He does actually get taken down with the Fragile. Nutson with a great bomb there, doing all kinds of damage. Melee getting launched up, reaching out, and wow, Melee, while falling, kills 2 people. Is he going to pick up Nutson here as well? Oh, so close, but just barely misses that ground rocket from across mid, and with, you know, barely more than 100 health between them, Flip and Nutson are going to win that mid-fight.
Yeah, and they're just going to watch the timer tick down here. 25 seconds left on the clock, and because Maryland went down, they're not going to get Uber in time to push last, so I think that's going to about wrap it up, right, Lang? This looks like it's XTS's win. They did play on North American servers twice, but still well-deserved. That was a really fun match to watch.
Yeah, just really, really great show from both of these teams. And just to wrap this up as the timer does tick down, 3, 2, 1. That is GG. Thank you for both of these teams for playing. But yeah, the reason we were doing this is to raise awareness and money for our i52 fundraiser. We want to send 2 North American teams to the i52 LAN in Coventry, England late this August. Because you saw how good these matches were. And that's with an ocean between these teams, causing a ping difference. Imagine these teams in a LAN environment with all that energy and no ping between them. Imagine how great those games would be to watch. That's what we want to make happen. And that's why we're hosting this fundraiser. That's why we want to send 2 North American teams over. Head on over to i52.tf for all the details, or you can stick around. We're going to be showing our promo video here in just a moment that has a lot of the details as well. I am Lang. My co-casters were Sal and Mr. Slyn. Curtis Truck Russ was our cameraman. Enigma is the tournament organizer. This show match was between Exertus Esports and BFF. Our previous show match was between Epsilon and Street Hoops Esports. We thank you all for watching. This has been a Team Fortress TV production. We'll see you next time.